Are you ready to rock for the biggest drift event in the history of drifting?
And we are here with our current points leader, Conor Shanahan. What would it mean to you to take this championship back to Killavullen this time?
And I was so confident coming in here to prove that I was better than everybody else, but to be honest, right now it's been hard to keep the emotions under control. Me, Laurie and Jack spoke this morning before practice, and we said to each other, forget about everything, whoever beats each other it deserves to be the champion anyway. For sure, if we have a chance to battle it out with the guys, then it proves to the whole world that this guy deserves to be a champion, and that's the plan tonight.
Can Conor Shanahan get the job done? Ian, this has never been more tense in a top 16 battle.
I'm nervous, Dave. I'm nervous for him. They've come off the line. Shanahan needs this one to secure the championship just that one step further, but Spossop wants to stop him dead in his tracks, and he's going to try everything he can. Look at this from Shanahan, though, nice and deep in outside zone 1. That pocket opens up, and it allows Spossop into the groove, and now groove opened once again as Spossop absolutely fires onto the door of Conor Shanahan's GT86. They're wheel to wheel. It's deep onto the walls. Shanahan flies through the centre of the circuit. Look, dab at a handbrake, but the dive from Spossop didn't even make sense. But he backs it in and makes a mistake, and that allows Shanahan to drive away.
So Spossop now in the lead. Shanahan's got to go for it. He knows Spossop's put in a good chase run, and now it's up to Shanahan to put it on the door. If he wants to be the champion here tonight, this is where he has to make a statement, and he's got to take out Spossop.
He certainly has. He's got to be flawless, Dave. He's got to be absolutely clinical. They come through the gears down. Nice initiation. Shanahan closer to Spossop, though. Look at this. This is world class from Conor Shanahan at the moment. Dialed onto the door he goes. They look for that inside zone 2, and Shanahan almost gets himself stuck on the inside, but he makes it work, and Spossop shuts it down.
I think Spossop's had a mechanical failure.
How does it feel to you to know that you are getting closer and closer to that top spot?
I forgot about it all. I'm just having fun. I see Irish flags waving all over this stadium, and you guys are honestly incredible. That's what it's all about right now. Anything can happen in these cars. It's the longest night of my life, to be honest with you, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to stay pushing, ready to stay focused, and let's keep fingers crossed.
And now Peter Viancek mathematically can't win the championship. Correa is pumped for this. He would love to make a statement here. Here we go. Championship on the line. Conor Shanahan, Diogo Correa, into that first corner they go.
Oh, look at this from Shanahan. He's already pedaling the car. He's very, very angry, and he fires that car in, and Correa is right with him, though. It looked like Correa was going to lose some ground, but no hope for Shanahan. Correa making brave transitions as he fires that car across the circuit. Shanahan's on a flyer. Correa hits the wall, upsets the line. Shanahan looking dialed as they look for that touch and go. Oh, Correa with a big brake transition, but it doesn't pay off. Shanahan tags the wall. This is messy towards the end, but Shanahan looking stronger.
As Correa in the lead position, Shanahan in the chase position. Correa with that big flick into that first corner. Shanahan fires in. Look at Correa going right to the wall, and Shanahan right to the door. Look at this. It's just impeccable driving from Correa and Shanahan as they transition through, and now Shanahan jumps up onto the door. Correa can't make the same mistake as and doesn't. Gets a perfect run in the lead. This is unbelievable from Diogo Correa on the outside run. Missing a little bit of that touch and go. Shanahan now starts to reel in the Portuguese driver. Oh, big angle and a touch with the wall from Correa. Shanahan so calculated up onto the door. Exclamation point, unbelievable. Big decision for the championship. Look at the eyes of Conor Shanahan. Look at the eyes of Diogo Correa. It's Conor Shanahan. He's into the top 4.
Juha Rittinen can no longer win the 2023 Drift Masters European Championship. Conor and Laurie Heinonen now go at it head to head.
Well, I'll tell you what, we are in for a finish. And I mean that with all pun intended. Here's what this battle means. If Laurie Heinonen loses this battle, if Conor Shanahan is your 2023 champion, Shanahan knows. He knows the math now. He knows that if Laurie Heinonen loses this run, Conor Shanahan is the champion.
I've got butterflies, Dave.
Oh,
I don't know what else
here
to say.
we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready.
The nerves are building. The tension in the commentary booth is electric. And look at this. Kvyat ramps up the side of Heinonen, and Kvyat knocks himself out. Oh, look at the dejection from Shanahan. He's gutted.
Conor Shanahan right now goes to the line for the biggest battle of his life. You have two of the most consistent drivers on the grid, two incredible line drivers going head to head. Here we go. Lights go green. Shanahan in the lead position. Korpelinski in the chase, and Korpelinski's right there. Korpelinski dives into that chase position. Shanahan goes to the wall. Korpelinski goes to the door. Korpelinski's hungry for it here as Shanahan goes through the first inner zone. Boom, through the second inner zone. Korpelinski's right on his tail. Korpelinski not backing down, Korpelinski right up to the door. This is perfect from Shanahan, perfect from Korpelinski all the way through the center section. This is inch perfect from both drivers, the Irishman and the Polish. Jeez, this is unbelievable. Look at this run. Korpelinski pushing the door in. Shanahan has got to win it. If he wants to be champion, he's got to throw everything at Korpelinski here.
Oh, he's going to go for it, Dave. Korpelinski sets it up nicely as Shanahan shallows up the angle. He takes the door. It's dirty from both of them. It's not the cleanest. And now they get back into it. Shanahan finds his form once again. He settles the nerves. Jumps onto the rear quarter. He's closer than Korpelinski. They're both scrappy. They're both in the wall. They're touching each other. It's wheel to wheel. They're banging doors all the way across the circuit. Shanahan makes a great dive. Korpelinski goes into outside zone 5, but Shanahan is on the door. Conor goes for the wheel across the line.
Forget it. Here we go.
Oh.
It's a one more time. No, we can't take any more of this.
Wow.
So Laurie Heine wins. We don't know. Marco Zaccarel wins. Then Shanahan is the champion. Here we go. It's another semi-final here at the final round of Drift Masters. Heine to lead in Zaccarel.
Yeah, and here we go. Big flick from Laurie Heine, and he fires it in. And look at this, Zaccarel shallow, not in the outside zone. He's already bleeding points away from his score as Laurie Heine looks rock steady and dialed in. Zaccarel now starting to find some fame as he starts to wind it in, but once again he's out of the outside zone. It's scrappy from Zaccarel. He's struggling against the Finnish driver as Laurie Heine comes across the circuit. He kind of knows he's got this one in the pocket already. Zaccarel makes a last-ditch dive at the door. He tries to turn the screw, but Laurie Heine is flawless this evening. Just had confirmation. If Conor goes to the final, he wins. He needs to win that battle. Here we go. They're off the line through the gate, through the gears. Marco Zaccarel knows it wasn't clean. Laurie Heine on the back bumper. Now he's going to apply the pressure. Now he's going to show Marco Zaccarel why he's on a championship drive for 2023, and he pushes Marco Zaccarel close to the wall into the outside zones. Laurie Heine doing an absolutely superb job. Zaccarel cleaner than he was before, tight to the walls is this very nice lead line for Marco Zaccarel, but all it's doing is opening the door, giving Laurie Heine the opportunity to push him out of competition.
So here it is, the decision will drop in. If Laurie Heine wins this battle, the fate is back in his hands. If Laurie loses, Shanahan's the champion, and there it is. Laurie Heine is going to the final. So at the end of this battle, either Conor Shanahan will be champion, or it's back in the mix again with Laurie Heine. Here we go.
Here we go, through they come. Look at this big flick from Shanahan, calculated from Korpelinski. They don't want to make a mistake this time. Shanahan deep in outside zone 1. Korpelinski painted on the side of that Toyota GT86. They come through. Korpelinski almost takes the front end off of his car on the transition. He does take the front end off the car as Shanahan gets into the wall. Korpelinski stays with him. He doesn't care about the front bumper. Oh, and he tags Shanahan on the transition. Korpelinski's thirsty for it. He's hungry. He wants it more than ever as Shanahan leads them into that final outside zone. Korpelinski loses some ground.
Look at Conor Shanahan is he's nearly in the tunnel at this stage, trying to take a run in on Korpelinski. This one is for everything on the line. Shanahan has to win it. Here we go.
Oh, look at this. He's on the back bumper. He's not letting Korpelinski get away. No chance of understeer this time from Shanahan as he jumps into it. Korpelinski not as deep onto the wall as Shanahan. But Korpelinski needs to be technical and clinical as Shanahan tags the wall with the front bumper. Now he's back into it again as Korpelinski drags the back end of the S14 around the wall. Shanahan's as close, if not closer, than Korpelinski. Takes the risk on the transition into outside zone 5. Shanahan up onto the door, into the wall, onto the back bumper. Shanahan!
That is beyond what we've seen all night from Conor Shanahan.
Oh.
Here comes the result, the biggest one of the year. Shanahan is the champion. Shanahan is the champion. He's the 2023 champion, and the emotions fall out of after the longest night, I think, in the history of the sport, Ian.
Wow.
He's done it. He is the 2023 champion, and he's going to go to the final. Unbelievable.
You are the 2023 Drift Masters European champion. What is going through your mind?
I apologise for the emotions, but this was the longest night of my life. I've wanted this since I've been a kid, and I've worked endless, my whole team, my family. I dedicate this, my first championship, to my mum and dad. They never stopped. They constantly kept believing. it is what it is. I'm lost for words right now, but we've done it. We're the champion. Unbelievable in front of this. Incredible things, but there's an important job left, and that's to win the biggest drift event in the world and show why I'm the champion. But honestly, from anybody who's played a part of my journey since I've been 12 years of age, to my brother Jack, who I'm sure would love to stand on the podium tonight, this guy has gave me a car, gave me the knowledge, gave me the opportunity to be involved in this incredible sport, what I honestly love. Thank you all so much. Killavullen, we done it. The Haven Bar, I'll be home. It's going to be a long week, that's for sure.
And look at this, an embrace from Dad John Shanahan to Conor Shanahan. They've done it. The emotion, I don't know how Conor's going to get back in the car. Yes! He's almost completely lost the run of himself here. Shanahan has already cleaned up the championship. The Starlight Marshal is pumping up the crowd. The party's beginning in Poland. The lights are on all around the stadium. This is a special moment. Here we go, the final of Drift Masters this year. Heinen to lead him in.
Yeah, look at this. Heinen on it already as he fires through. Look at Shanahan, are you serious? That's the closest we've seen so far. Laurie Heinen absolutely excellent in the outside zone, but there is no shaking. Conor Shanahan, he wants it. He's going wheel to wheel. He pushes Laurie Heinen and ran outside zone 4. There is no room for error. They come through the centre of the circuit. Laurie Heinen looks for 5, and Shanahan can't be lost. He cannot get rid of him. He is glued to the door as Conor Shanahan pushes Laurie Heinen through the finish line.
That's absolutely outrageous. That is outrageous.
That's the best I've ever seen.
This is the biggest run of Laurie Heinen's life. Can he take down the champ to win the biggest drift event of all time? Here we go.
It's a big question, and he's going to answer it right now as Shanahan fires in. Shanahan absolutely glued to the wall. No messing around. Heinen's with him, though. But Heinen doesn't have the same proximity, and I don't think Heinen can ask the same question. I don't think he has the answer. The proximity isn't there from Laurie Heinen, as Shanahan glues the back bumper of that GT86 to the wall as he fires through the touch and go. He is up and gone, and Laurie Heinen has to make errors. Oh, but Shanahan tags the wall, almost throws it away as Heinen backs it in across the line.
Unbelievable again. Yeah, will Laurie Heinen steal the thunder away? The decision is dropping in. Is it Shanahan's night? It is Shanahan's night. Champion, biggest event winner. He's done the double, and boy did he work for it this weekend.
Wow.
Engine failure, no practice for either qualifying or battles, and boy, he won it. And you know what? He said to me in passing, and this was all fair before, he goes, yo, I've had no practice for 2 days, but what a story it'd be if I still won it. That is Drift Masters, and I got to give it up to Laurie Heinen and every Finnish fan behind him, because they have been the biggest and best addition to this championship this year. And boy, have you got to thank the Polish fans as well for creating this spectacle, for creating this stage where we can perform, where these drivers can climb the fence like UFC fighters.